Uses technology to retrain the brain.
The owner says anyone can benefit, but one of her clients says the brain balancing process has miraculously helped her recover from post-traumatic stress disorder. She says not only is she getting better sleep now, the sessions have completely changed her life for the better.
You can't tell it now, but April Cofield used to be afraid to leave her house, but she says everything changed, as if someone flicked a switch. When she heard the sound her brain makes, frequencies captured by sensors attached to various parts of the head turned into musical tones and simultaneously played back to her. Technology called brain echoing. These hour-long sessions put April into some of the best sleep she's ever felt.
Awesome sleep. That was the best nap ever.
But better sleep wasn't the main reason April came to Cereset in Fair Oaks. She says it was her desperation to find healing.
I thought it was my fault all those years.
April was sexually assaulted during her time serving in the U.S. Air Force. She held that trauma in for 35 years. The post-traumatic stress disorder she was living with became unbearable.
And I would start having nightmares that were so frightening that I would wake up screaming.
This lack of rest affecting her memory, emotions, and ability to relate to others, including her 2 daughters. April started seeing a therapist. She says that began the healing process. But it wasn't until Cereset that she was able to regain healthy sleep and start feeling better, both physically and mentally.
Let the brain hear itself. So it is doing its own self-repair.
Our brains are an amazingly complex part of our bodies. And tech coach and Cereset Fair Oaks owner Venice Sullivan says sometimes they can use a little help to heal from the traumas and stress of life.
When our brain is tightly packed and it's had a lot of dramas and traumas, that's like a bud. And as our brain starts healing and helping itself, that bud opens up to a flower.
Venice is also a veteran, having served in the Navy. She too suffered a traumatic past. So her main goal is to help vets and first responders suffering from PTSD and traumatic brain injuries.
There's too many of them out there that are having big problems. I'm tired of seeing them kill themselves.
But Venice says anyone can benefit because the non-invasive process doesn't directly treat the symptoms that you may be suffering from. For example, irritability, sleeplessness, memory issues, feeling like you're in a fog. Rather, Cereset claims their process allows the brain to do its own healing work.
As it hears itself, it recognizes what's not good, and it starts repairing itself. So it is the ultimate of self-healing.
As for April, her message to anyone suffering like she was, don't be afraid to reach out for help.
Like before, when I would tell my story, I would cry. This time, I felt a tear, but I didn't cry.
You did so good.
Yes.
Ty Steele, KCRA 3 News.
Proud of your progress.
Well, Cereset's devices have not been certified for medical use, but according to the National Institutes of Health, they are undergoing medical research trials for mild traumatic brain injury cases in other parts of the country. All right, still ahead at 10 for you tonight, abandoned seal pup rescued.
By experts.